Hey guys, so we are discussing about doo-doo-doo, value. So a lot of you might think money's value is a key of power. Governance. What value comes from knowledge, from how the way you dress, to even the way you sleep. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, okay, what are you getting at? So whenever it comes to knowing your value, how people label you. So we all know a woman's voice is louder than a male's voice. So whatever we do, it can come back onto us. Simple as that. Even if we have evidence, we're most likely going to be the bad guy. So, of course, the woman has more value than we do. But they maintain that value by simply protecting the value. Now, I mean by that is, let's say a woman's righteous. She doesn't go to parties. She keeps herself pure. That's valuable to a lot of guys. I know I don't seek people that I feel like that would waste my time or that would try to jeopardize what I'm trying to do. So whenever I see someone partying, smoking, or vaping, it bugs me because it tells me that they don't care about their being. I mean, as an athlete, the first thing that comes to your mind is your body. You're always wondering, is your body conditioned enough? Is it in proper health? Whenever it comes to damaging it, the vape can easily set up your lungs, cause problems with veins that could jeopardize everything for you. And it bugs me because I see a lot of people vapes and drinks, and it destroys the addictions behind it, everything. But imagine the value of not being around to suffer that. Now, for now, you might think, oh, this is just probably bull. It won't happen to me. We're all not. Immortals. We're not people that can withstand everything. I mean, people around me has cancer. I mean, a kid I would never think would have cancer actually has lung cancer from baby. A woman that I've been to church with for most of my life has cancer in the lungs. So you tell me that vaping doesn't do much. It does a lot to human. Other than that, your body needs the requirements of proper health. So you taking that time to value yourself, that means a lot to your body and to you to decide how in the world will I improve. Because as a man, we have no value. We have none whatsoever. People doesn't want to hear our stories, so we make it. That's why a lot of people that suffers, that becomes millionaires or billionaires, are the ones that becomes well known. I'm going to use brothers, of course, the Tates. A lot of people didn't know who they were until they became successful themselves, multi-billionaires. Like, you might think, oh, he's with the Tate. I don't care. Okay, I don't pay attention to celebrities. I don't pay attention to the politics or anything like that. I could care less. But they are an example. The Tates came from nothing or everything. Actually, no, I remember once I was just like, I respect the Tates because they do business. I respect them because they are masculine men. But someone said, but there are sex traffickers and all that fun stuff. I said this. You're judging a book by its cover. You don't know the past of that human. You don't know the past of where he came from or she, man or woman. Yes, it is woman. So it does not matter. However they became successful is how they became successful. But see, you guys criticize people that makes it instead of criticizing people that gives you drugs. Easy influence. One person starts a trend, everyone else follows. There's no value in that. The only value I can tell you is that it's a sheep. A sheep cannot attack for its own life, if even if depended on it. The sheep dies, let its attacker kill it as it cries in pain. The value of a sheep is pure, but it dies in great pain. Think of a lion. It's respected. When you hear a lion, you wonder, as a king of the jungle, how it gets that way. It went through trials, errors to raise his kingdom. He put aside and sacrificed a lot. A lion stands behind his queen. The queen can walk with pride along with no insecurity, as a lion is always behind it. What does that tell you? The value of people has changed a lot. The morals and beliefs, the way people thinks. People thinks a man should be a millionaire by age 20. Heck, if you're in college, you're not even making that money, unless your father or mother is somehow rich or anything like that. And you just have their money. I mean, that's what's it called, old money fashion, or money. See, I'd rather see people struggle and make it than see people just handing money. It actually irritates me a little bit because people suffer all around me, and yet these people can just easily pay for everything. I mean, I look at lawyers, they worked hard, dedication into studying their law, but a lawyer in a courtroom is an actor or an actress. It's how they tell the story. The judge likes the story. I mean, they make up any lies as they want. They mimic your own moves. They do everything possible to get you to tell anything. Let's be honest. I mean, you can be waving your hands around. I can wave my hands around, but if I get your head to nod, I know I have you because you're paying attention to me. You're agreeing with me. What I say come out of my mouth, you're listening, but at the same time, you're agreeing. As Julius Caesar once said, I'd rather have a bunch of lazy, fat men saying yes than one man thinking, because that one man that thinks is a dangerous man. What happened to him? He was right. The person was thinking. That person went to closest thing he has his son. And what happened? Julius Caesar was killed. You see, the value of people has changed. Someone you think you would trust your entire life with can be dropped within a second. The value of friendship. Some is there, some is not. Some is loyal, some is not. Some are there to use you, manipulate you in any type of way, but at the same time not. Relationships. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the last relationship I was in, I was cheated on. 2 weeks, got over COVID, struggling, but I was running a 5 minute mile for 3 miles. Then I got tired and I said, "You're cheating on me, aren't you?" She said yes. I was fine with it. I moved on easily. But see, you let people control who you are. You let people take advantage of you. People seeks the happiness someone has. If someone sees you happy, they're wondering, okay, why are they happy? They're there to kill, to destroy, and it's over. To steal, to kill, and destroy. You see how deadly this world is. Someone as pure and innocent, it's a sheep, and can be attacked in any way, and they will not even know how to manage it. Person that has experience, that suffered, they know what tactics people use. Remember once I saw this quote. See if I can recite it. There are those that serves in our prayers, the ones that stand and watches the curse on my kids. What it means is simply those that can see through but the blind can't see. It's a pity seeing them because they are walking around headless chicken. They follow anything that they is told. Let me tell you this. Yes, I'm wearing a shirt, but let me tell you this. A rumor can be spread so fast that it can destroy someone's reputation. Now, I think people was trying to destroy my reputation in high school. But what happened was I graduated early, but I grew. People sees people's destruction. They wonder, how can you still withstand everything you grew? Simple. I failed already, and I kept on going. My failure has shown me everything that I need to know of succeeding through rough times. I know there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Even if it looks so far away or if it's just too dim, I always know there's something there. That's it. I think that's like, but it's just like when it comes to value, how you value yourself? Do you value yourself as intelligent? Do you value yourself as physically in shape? Do you value yourself as a great, well-fashioned person? I mean, let's be honest, there's so many trends of fashion, it's not even funny. How I like to dress is a sleek black shirt or something that's has not much branding on it. I'm not a walking advertisement to anyone or to anything. I might have a brand on my back. That's pretty much it. If not a low brand on the fronts or whatnot. But it bugs me because it's a brand that has captured me in its own mixing. I mean, I see people wear expensive brands, but at the same time, someone's last name. They are well preserved. Like, think about it. What was it? Gucci's the last name. Louis Vuitton's the last name. Rolls Royce is the last name. I th there's multiple last names in companies that is well paying off. Walgreens last. Guess what? Walgreens is important because it is a pharmacy along with sells products. Imagine the people that pays into it. Usually transactions going to that family that started that company. Even credit cards like Wells Fargo, that's a company that is owned by a last name. So your identity is your first name, but the brand is your last name. That's the value. The reputation that you have is the value. Maybe in high school, you're the best athlete of all known. In college, you're a good athlete, obsessional athlete. But once you get into the real world, not many people will know about you because they don't know who you are. They don't know the value that you carry forward. They don't know. They don't even know who your father is. They don't care. Yet you think that your last name means a lot to them. It does not. I'm being honest. It does not. The last name of Hetrick. To some might matter, some. To some it won't matter. As far as I know, my name is going to continue on unless if I have a daughter, then that name's going to change. due to marriage. And I understand that. That's why I hope to have a son, so I can carry on the last name. I know on my uncle's side there will be someone carrying on his last name of Patrick. But you see, bearing children's value because you get to teach them the values, the rights and wrongs, the morals and beliefs of everything. But not letting them experience what life is itself as a destruction. I know I want to train my children, but at the same time, I don't want to make them feel like they are required. I want to make their own decisions. When time comes, I may implement some decisions of my own into their thoughts. But I do know I'm going to teach them about finance. I'm going to teach them about how to defend themselves. I'm going to teach them about the things I believe and have morals on. How do I wait for marriage to do anything sexual? That's me. A lot of males my age neglects that, and this doesn't. I don't meet much males that keeps himself pure for his future wife, and the future wife itself, they're corrupted as well. Am I saying there's women that are that are raped or corrupted? No, they don't have a choice. They were raped. I feel bad for them because they are not pure, but yet I still treat them as they're pure. I treat every single woman that I encounter as a pure human being, as an equal. Black, white, Italian, orange, green, purple, pink, whatever color they are, they're an equal to me. They may think, oh, they're better than me. That's their decision. If I was supposed to meet a garbage man next day, I would shake hands with him and treat him as if he was a great warrior or a great hero or some type of person. Because that's what I don't know his past. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what everything had happened to him. I don't know anything about that unless I ask questions. I take the time out of my day to talk to people, to listen to older folks' stories. Yesterday, I was at lunch with my grandma. This guy came in on his motorcycle. I didn't know who he was, but then I saw on his bike Marines. So I went over to him, thanked him for his service, and turns out my grandma knew who he was. So we ended up listening to stories that he told about what happened in the war. That to me is value, that experience, that suffering. Because sure, he might survive. Sure, he might have been something else in the Marines. But guess what? The time that consumed everything. I bet you his family didn't know who he was when he came back. You see what I mean? It's how you value everything is based on time. You take the time to bury yourself, that's valuable. Take the time to ruin yourself, that's invaluable. You got to make sure that what decisions you make in your own life is for the good, for the best, or if you want to be the worst for you. I'm not going to change your minds on what you're doing now. And probably most of you won't even make it this far. That's why I create shorts for this. And if you even watch the shorts fully, I'm fine with them. If you do watch the shorts, leave comments. Let me answer questions. I know I had someone let me pull up something. So I had someone comments on something recently. But it was on, so there's one on the reacting buddy. Okay, here it is. Do you have emotional friends? Have you had emotional friends? Or is this like a script you wrote based on what you've seen in movies or in the internet? This is my response 3 weeks ago. I used to have emotional friends, and I saw the effect because I want to make everyone happy. Then someone told me if everyone is happy, then they won't be challenged. Let them go through what they need to go through. need to while you continue to grow. The reason why I put that there, is because that challenge, that part of their life, is something that they need to experience. Because experience is just invaluable. Sure, you can read a book and get the idea of what the person went through, but yet you don't know the grasp of it. You don't know what made that person hurt. Think about your authors. A lot of them use their own life's experience into creating fiction books for you. I know I use a lot of emotional towards my books. Is they're published? No, but I look for them and I can feel my own emotions into it. When I read an author's book, I look at the emotions. Sure, the scene might be, okay, yeah, we know the scene, but yeah, the author that wrote it, he felt pain. We might have been happy, who knows? But people want or just read it just for the fun of it. Whenever, if you dig deep into it, you understand what they want. You imagine being an author. Yeah, okay. So this person, he's from a different country. He want to become a movie creator. So he knew he had to do something to that makes him want to go to college. So he entered into sports. He trained day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out for 6 years of his life. Applied to a college, but they wasn't giving out scholarships. So the coach sent a letter to another college. They want to see him run his event. So before the 2 weeks of the trial, he tore a ligament in his leg. So the guy tore his ligaments, and he was devastated to find that he kept on challenging and training, and he got the scholarship. So he became a movie director to this day. You see, he valued himself. He knew he had what was in him to keep on going. And that's it for today. I'll see you all later.